Ready? Okay. Calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, November the 15th, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Germana.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schron. Mr. Schron is absent this evening. Ms. Conwell.
Here.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Hairston.
Here.
Ms. Simon.
Here.
Mr. Greenspan.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
And Council President Brady.
Here,
There's
and
a
I'd like to
quorum.
make a motion, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to excuse Councilman Schron, who's out of town this evening.
Second.
Hearing said, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Councilman is excused. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under silent meditation, last Friday was Veterans Day, and I'd like to just take a moment to remember all those who have served our country in uniform over so many years, and how grateful we are for their service. Thank you. Is there any public comment related to the agenda?
Yes, Mr. President, Reverend Pinckney Butts.
All right, I'd like to read a little statement before. We've been doing this now for 6 years, so we've gotten quite a bit of experience at it. Just like to say that, and this is on the sign-in sheet as well. Speakers must conduct themselves in a dignified and civil manner. No shouting or personal invective shall be allowed. No threatening remarks or gestures may be directed at any person. Welcome.
Good evening. Was that said for a reason from the last time I was here, Council President?
I'm engaging in a discussion.
You should not have done that. You just attacked me on camera. Good evening, everyone else. And I meant what I said when I was here last time, too. This is Reverend Pinckney Butts, and Resolution 0204, and for Metro Health. You know what? I'm gonna stop for a minute, because you owe me an apology. You owe me an apology, for real. And every time I come here, you insult me. And you owe me an apology. And I'm going to wait for it, too. I'm not going to get it today, but I expect my apology from you. Resolution 0204, Metro Health. I have some concerns about their funding on their systems and their policies and procedures in their hospital, because they compromised my medical records. And when I went there to follow up to get further assistance, I currently am denied assistance in my health in that hospital. So I don't know, I'm concerned about them receiving funding, and if it's doing it to me, I can imagine other people that are going through there. I want to also I want someone to give me some clarity on Resolution 2016-0205. Break that down, because that's just a bunch of general language, and I'd like to have some clarity on these departments that this funding is being allocated to, because I'm missing something somewhere when I see what I see as I travel about in my daily affairs. And Resolution 2016-0206, alcohol and cigarette excise tax distribution proceeds. I'd like for you all to come up with something else that we can build our county off of, city and state and our nation off of, the distribution of alcohol and cigarettes. We have other things that are more beneficial to the body and to the community than these things. For Resolution 2016-0208, I want some more clarity about this Warrensville Heights and Shaker Heights project that's taking place, because I noticed one thing that has taken place. It's a move that takes place, Councilwoman Conwell. When a person of color takes over a city, such as Warrensville Heights, East Cleveland, the funding is withdrawn. And I see that there's some division here, Councilman Harrison, because there's a man of color that's a mayor in Warrensville Heights, Ohio. And when my dad ran for mayor in Warrensville, and we lived there, they started withdrawing the funding and doing things, targeting the schools, and put a prison out there. And I'm concerned what is really taking place here. Is this another act of overt racism that's about to take place with this project? And I want to know where this money is going, and I'd like to know. And I don't want any more threats from you. Thank you.
Next speaker is Mr. Brian Davis.
I had submitted a letter regarding RFP number 38561 regarding the women's shelter. We had a hearing about the women's shelter, and we thank the Office of Homeless Services for extending the deadline for the submission of requests because of the election and Thanksgiving. That will make it very difficult for the homeless service providers. We still have concerns that the RFP only allows for existing large homeless providers in the community to respond. Those that have served over 150 per night, that would eliminate all but 3 social service providers in the community. And we feel that the county would be better served if you had a smaller shelters working together to undertake this massive operation of the community women's shelter. So we're hoping that there's some change if there's a reissuance of the request to try to be able to, so that other social service providers can respond to this. So thank you very much for your consideration on extending the time, and I hope you look into some of the other specifics about the request for proposals. Thanks.
Anybody else?
No, Mr. President.
A motion to approve the minutes for October 24th, 2016 Committee of the Whole and October 24th, 2016 regular meeting.
So
moved. So moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The minutes are approved. The only announcement I have is that we have quite a bit of heavy lifting over the next month to do. Pretty busy calendar. So strap yourself on and get ready for some maybe longer hearings and longer meetings than we normally have, and just a kind of fair warning. Is there a message from the county executive this evening?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank the Board of Elections for the county and all those volunteers and poll workers that made sure that this election went smoothly. There were questions surrounding what was going to happen, both locally and nationally, and I'm pleased to say that things went off very smoothly here in Cuyahoga County, and it's due to the people who worked so hard to make that happen. Also want to congratulate those members of council who stood for election successfely. Councilman Miller, who had an opponent, congratulations, and congratulations to Councilman Schron, Jones, Hairston, and Tuma, who also were successfully elected. And I want to congratulate, somewhat sadly, Councilman Greenspan, who will soon represent our county in Columbus, and we look forward to having a strong voice for local government in Columbus that will go a long way to help us here. Thank you. And finally, we did have another election on the ballot, the presidential election, and wearing only my county executive hat, not my partisan hat, I do have concerns about the impact of the election on Cuyahoga County. Just as one item, Medicaid expansion has been critically important to helping people here in the county and statewide. So many people are getting health care today that did not get it prior to the Medicaid expansion. And if it is eliminated, I have been advised that the county would lose more than $600 million in Medicaid expansion funds that go to all of the providers in town, the hospitals and other providers that receive those funds to serve county residents. So we will keep a close eye. We will be involved in advocating for the people of Cuyahoga County. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of a resolution of council for first reading.
Resolution number 2016-0202, appointing Gary Swaysgood upon his taking the oath of office to serve as Director of Internal Auditing of Cuyahoga County for an unexpired term ending June 30, 2020.
Of course, this was discussed in executive session, and if there's no objection from council members, this item will move to the November 29th council agenda for consideration for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0203, approving the Metro Health System year 2017 budget in accordance with Ohio Revised Code Section 339.06D, with the understanding that the allocation of county funds to the system will be made through adoption of the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget and capital improvements program annual update for 2017.
And this will be referred to the committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2016-0204, approving the Metro Health System's policies and procedures to participate in one or more joint purchasing associations for the purpose of acquiring supplies, equipment, and services provided through joint purchasing arrangements in order to achieve beneficial purchasing arrangements for the year 2017 in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 339.05.
This will be referred to Public Works. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0205, amending the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget for 2016 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, for appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Motion to adopt. Mr. President, this is our standard biweekly fiscal agenda item. Council submitted questions to the administration. Those questions have been answered sufficiently and are in the document in front of you, and I urge my colleagues' support of this resolution.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0206, approving an agreement with City of Cleveland for the period August 1, 2015 through July 31, 2035 for the purpose of distributing alcohol and cigarette excise tax proceeds.
And this will be referred to the committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2016-0207, approving an adjustment of the municipal boundary between Orange Village and City of Pepper Pike in connection with a portion of Lander Road.
And this will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0208, approving the vacation of a certain portion of Warrensville Center Road to the City of Shaker Heights in connection with the Van Aken project.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0209, approving the vacation of a certain portion of Warrensville Center Road to Van Aken Shopping Center in connection with the Van Aken project.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0210, authorizing a memorandum of agreement with Federal Aviation Administration in connection with the Air Traffic Control Tower land site located at the Cuyahoga County Airport for the period October 1, 2016 through September 30, 2036.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0211, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires replacement of Memphis Road Bridge 00.62 over CSXT Railroad in the city of Brooklyn. Total estimated project cost $3,025,000. Finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's costs of said improvement.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0212, making an award on requisition number 36295 to Burgess and Nyepel Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $740,169 for design engineering services for improvement of Pleasant Valley Road Bridge number 09.68 over the Cuyahoga River, Canal Road, and Ohio Canal in the city of Independence and village of Valley View.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0213, authorizing an agreement with Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District in the amount not to exceed $800,000 for disposal of wastewater sewer grit for the period June 1, 2016 through May 31, 2018.
Send this one to Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0214, authorizing the Director of Public Works to execute and submit a loan application in the amount of $1,500,000 to Ohio Water Development Authority to finance sewer repairs in connection with the Bagley Road Water Sewer Resurfacing Project in Olmsted Township for the period April 1, 2017 through October 1, 2018.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0215, accepting a loan in the amount of $250,000 from Ohio Public Works Commission to finance road and sewer repairs in connection with the Turney Road Improvement Project in the cities of Cleveland and Garfield Heights for the period September 30, 2016 through October 1, 2017.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0216, adopting the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget and capital improvements program annual update for 2017.
Mr. President, I have a proposed substitute to the resolution in question. We've received a copy of it. This item will be discussed in a committee of the whole meeting in December. So I'd like to make a motion to substitute a proposed substitute for resolution 2016-0216.
I'll second that. Any discussion on the proposed substitute? Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? This will be referred to the committee of the whole. Substitute is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0217, authorizing an economic development fund accelerated growth loan in the amount not to exceed $1,500,000 to Fatheads Brewing for the benefit of a project located at Engle Road in the city of Middleburg Heights, permanent parcel number 171-21004.
It's referred to economic development.
Resolution number 2016-0218, authorizing an economic development fund redevelopment and modernization loan in the amount not to exceed $2,500,000 to Detroit Shoreway Community Development Organization for the benefit of a project located at 11801 through 11825 Lorraine Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
Referred to Community Development Committee.
Resolution number 2016-0219, authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $11 million County of Cuyahoga, Ohio Economic Development Refunding Revenue Bonds, Series 2016, for the purpose of refunding the remaining outstanding principal amount of $13,315,000 County of Cuyahoga, Ohio Economic Development Revenue Refunding Bonds, Series 2010, Hathaway Brown School, which were issued to provide funds to assist Hathaway Brown School in the refinancing of costs of a project within the meaning of Chapter 165, Ohio Revised Code, authorizing the execution and delivery of a loan agreement pertaining to the project and refinancing and an assignment securing the payment of the bonds, authorizing the execution and delivery of a bond purchase agreement, and authorizing the execution and delivery of certain other documents and actions in connection with the issuance of such bonds.
This will go to economic development.
Resolution number 2016-0220, authorizing an agreement with Educational Service Center of Cuyahoga County in the amount not to exceed $1,554,391 for fiscal and administrative services for the Help Me Grow Bright Beginnings program for the period October 1, 2016 through December 31, 2017. Additionally, Councilmember Hairston would like to be a sponsor for this legislation.
All right, we'll refer this to education and add Councilman Harrison as a co-sponsor.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Could you also add my name, please?
Please add Councilman Miller's name as well.
Resolution number 2016-0221, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1500-310 with Maximus Human Services Incorporated for the Work Experience Program for work-required public assistance recipients for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2016, to extend the time period to December 31, 2017, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,302,648.96.
Let's go to Health and Human Services. Committee report and considerations of a resolution for second reading.
Resolution number 2016-0198, making an award on requisition number 37936 to Highland Group Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,445,000 for insurance brokerage and risk management services for the period January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2017.
This item will move to the November 29th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Committee reports and consideration of resolution for second reading adoption or suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0196, authorizing a revenue-generating agreement with Corporate Wings Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $1 million for lease of hangar space located at the Cuyahoga County Airport for the period September 1, 2016 through August 31, 2026.
Move to adopt. Mr. Chairman, this was heard in committee. This is a continuation of the improvements and the rental agreement over at the Cuyahoga County Airport.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0197, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1500-375 with Turner Ozanne Joint Venture for design builder services for the Huntington Park Garage Rehabilitation Project for the period December 7, 2015 through December 2, 2016, to change the scope of services and the terms effective November 16, 2016, to extend the time period to December 31, 2017, and to establish a guaranteed maximum price in the amount not to exceed $22,711,693.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, we heard this also in Public Works meeting. Of course, this is in improving the Huntington Park Garage rehabilitation, and it changed the scope. So we needed to move this forward so that we could get this back into full operation as soon as possible. So we ask for approval.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0199, authorizing an amendment to agreement number AG 14087 with Educational Service Center of Cuyahoga County for fiscal and administrative services for the Help Me Grow Bright Beginnings Home Visiting Program for the period July 1, 2014 through June 30, 2016, to extend the time period to September 30, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $470,438.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
So council has been able to hear through a series of hearings about this resolution, and it's been, important to get all the information. And at this point, I hope the council will consider supporting this.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0200, authorizing an agreement with Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County in the amount not to exceed $1,339,104 for the Early Childhood Mental Health Program for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2017.
Adopt.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Again,
Councilwoman?
this important program has been heard in committee, and hope council supports it.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0201, authorizing a contract with Starting Point in the amount not to exceed $600,000 for the out-of-school time program for the period October 1, 2016 through January 31, 2017.
Adopt.
Moved and seconded. Any comment?
Heard in committee. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Add our names.
I'll add Councilwoman Conwell's.
We'll be seeing another piece to this that will be on the, we've read on the agenda, it will go to committee, that another component of these programs. So we'll be looking at a different piece of it coming up.
Clerk, have you got everybody's name who wants to be on as a co-sponsor? Is that clear?
That is not clear.
Okay, I know Councilwoman Conwell is one.
Hairston and Miller are already on it, so we have Conwell and who else again? Miller?
Any other takers?
Sure. I think I'm already on, but
So we have Hairston, Miller, Conwell, Simon, Jones, and Brown. Thank you for the clarification.
All righty. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0137, authorizing an electric service agreement with City of Cleveland, Department of Public Utilities, Division of Cleveland Public Power, in the amount not to exceed $68 million for electric power services for various county-owned buildings for the period September 1, 2016 through May 1, 2028. Additionally, Councilwoman Simon has requested to become a sponsor on this legislation.
adopt.
Second it, and I'd like to have my name added to the resolution.
My name?
Councilman Germana, Councilwoman Conwell,
Jones.
Brown, Jones. Any further discussion? I know we've had a lot of discussion around this issue. It's an important one. We've talked about it quite a bit. Yes, Councilman Miller.
Mr. President, my colleagues, I believe that this agreement represents significant positive local action on dealing with the problem of greenhouse gas emissions, and is very positive, and it represents our being a participant in a project that without our involvement might not otherwise occur, as opposed to simply being part of an allocation of clean energy that we might purchase from another source. And also, I believe that the development of alternative energy is probably going to be one of the biggest sources of high-quality jobs that we're going to have on this planet in the 21st century. And I think that it's important that Cuyahoga County should be a part of that. So for these reasons, I support the resolution, and I would like my name added as well. Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
I'll have.
Councilwoman Conwell and then Councilwoman Simon.
I'd just like to echo what Councilman Miller stated, but I guess the part that really intrigued me even more was the usage with the solar power on the landfills, because I have several landfills throughout my district, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. So.
Okay, I got that part. All right, Councilwoman.
So I think this legislation is noteworthy for so many reasons, but it's really going to put us on the map in Northeast Ohio and the state of Ohio and in this country and internationally of being leaders, of really truly stepping out of a box and being creative in how are we going to move forward with clean energy and a finite source of energy of fossil fuels. We've got to move off. So this is really a statement. It's huge, it's bold, it's really should make us all proud that we're here and being able to put this project together. So as chair of the Education, Environment, Sustainability Committee, I wholeheartedly endorse and co-sponsor the legislation. I believe this county government is playing a critical role in using its buying power and to drive clean energy alternatives while creating jobs, which is the key right here in the county. We hear every day how important it is to keep our residents, and what they need are jobs. And this is a huge opportunity to do that. I'm proud to have taken the lead in actually establishing the Department of Sustainability, which has proven to be a critical player in combating global climate change and really turning us into a green energy economy. So I'm hoping everybody supports this, because it's something we really can say in this new government what we've been able to shift. And it's vital, and I'm really proud to be here co-sponsoring this with the administration. I want to thank Director Foley and everybody who put this together. It wasn't easy, and thank the executive for supporting this, to put all these pieces together: solar, wind, jobs, all of it. It took a lot of work. So it's easy now to support it and say how happy we are it's here, but it took a lot of grit. So thank you.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Mr. President, if I may just clarify this item, please?
Sure.
I have Ms. Simon is making the motion and Mr. Brady is doing, or making the second. And those persons who have asked to be sponsors is Simon, Brady, Germana, Conwell, Jones, Brown, and Miller. Have I missed anyone? Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. President, just
Yes,
for the
Councilman.
record, we did receive a report from the Inspector General that allows me to vote for this item, as opposed to previous discussions. I was precluded from discussion.
Thank you, Councilman.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I just wanted to see if Chanel Smith is here. Thank you as well. I didn't see you back there, but Chanel's been a huge component, our other half, to the Sustainability Department, so thank you.
All righty. All right. Well, we are all the way to miscellaneous committee reports. I'm going to start over here with Councilwoman Simon on the left.
So, because of the holiday schedule, Education and Sustainability is meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the items that were referred to committee.
CD will meet next Tuesday, the 22nd at 9 o'clock.
The HHS committee did not receive any agenda items today, but I'd ask council to stay tuned. Levine Ross schedules presentations from time to time for me, and I will have to let you know if we have anything scheduled. If not, there will be no meeting in 8 days, and no meeting on the 23rd.
All right. Thank you, Councilman.
Public Works had a few pieces of legislation sent to committee.
You want us to set aside?
And this
for each,
probably should start at 5:30 in the morning, but we are going to do our best to get through this, starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
work, Chuck. We're not going to let you get out of here without carrying a lot of weight on your back. Okay, all right.
In Councilman Schron's absence, I believe that Economic Development Committee is scheduled for next Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. So that's that one.
The budget resolution that was presented today will be heard in Committee of the Whole on December 6th, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, thank you.
And Mr. President, I was just updated that Levine did schedule a presentation for the 23rd. He did not say what it's for, but my request was for a presentation on infant mortality. So as we deal with this challenge, we expect to hear a full presentation on on the information we presented to the state in order to win the dollars we've gotten recently.
Excuse me, Councilman Jones, actually, you have a committee scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 16th at 1 p.m.
Okay, I just work here. Thank you.
So I apologize for interrupting.
Thank you very much. All right, tomorrow.
All right.
We're done with public works.
All right. Is there any miscellaneous business? And is there any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
Yes, Mr. President. Reverend Pinckney Butts.
Good evening. I wanted to let you all know of just some of the things that are in the committee available through the churches that I'm affiliated with to help the council members. I came here through tragedy only to remain for triumph. And I've had the opportunity, even in the midst of my storms, to be able to establish my churches and some other things that are in place. And I've had the opportunity and the blessing to meet other ministers and other people doing great things around the city. And I just wanted to let you know I am a conduit. And there are prayer services and there are other things that are available throughout the week that I would like for you to know about, so you do have options and opportunity for your people that you're serving. And I've been a licensed ordained minister for the state of Ohio since 2002. I was already doing it before that. But when I got into the presidential race as a preacher, I was hoping that I would have an opportunity to have some things available to share with you all. And I just wanted to just let you know this evening that there are prayer and healing services available to people, north, south, east, and west. And I know that there are prayer services at noonday services on Wednesdays throughout the city. I have many things that I do, and I do have businesses, and I do want us to work together. I wrote you a letter just to say, and I want us to get on the same page. I really do. And we all have passion and heated moments, and when you see a person in a well, they don't whisper to get out the well, they yell till somebody comes by and gets them out. And I appreciate you so much. I hate to think that you're leaving me, Mr. Germana. You've been an angel in disguise to me. You really have. You've been a very sweet, kind, and loving person. And I really want to help you all get the people help that really do need this help. And I was very disappointed in seeing those children on Public Square hanging out yesterday with no direction and no place to go. And it broke my heart. And let's just go forward and do what we do. And I'm not going to always agree with you. I'm not. And you're not going to always agree with me. But we have a common ground and a common goal, and that's meeting the needs of the people. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Mr. Dancy.
I met with South Euclid Mayor yesterday. I will be teaching the police department sign language. I'm getting ready to get a contract with them, how to communicate with the deaf. One thing I am going to be doing. Parma will have a contract with me tomorrow, how to communicate with the deaf there. I taught at Cleveland Heights. I have a contract there. Them are one of the three police departments I've been teaching on weekends, like Friday or Saturday or Sunday, how to communicate with the deaf inmates. And that's one of the three things that my organizations have worked with different police department. And we I know next week we'll be going to Columbus. We'll be teaching the fire department in case of the fire on a person who's deaf. And we're going to be gapping with local and through the state and see how can we, if it was a fire, if a deaf person or seniors in the house, how can we have a alarm to not them to be dead or nowhere in the house, okay? Thank you.
All right, report by, is there anyone else? Sorry.
No, Mr. President.
Report by the clerk on legislation withdrawn at the request of the sponsors.
Yes, Mr. President, the legislation that's on your agenda was requested to be withdrawn at the request of the Law Department.
All right, thank you. Could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned.